And we're back! After doing all that boring stealth stuff in the last episode that's the best part of any Thief game, we got something a little different lined up for this one. That's right, zombies! We saw a few of these in the Haunted Mines in the last episode, but that was just a taste. This next mission is Zombie Central.
Tombs with piped-in music. How classy.
They're all just living under the city in this massive tomb full of rich people so paranoid that they set up traps to keep people from stealing their stuff even after they've died. Lame. Amateur. I gotta get the Horn of Quintus, 2,000 bucks worth of loot, a gemstone called the Mystic Soul, and its sister stone, the Mystic's Heart. You would think a score like this would set you up for life in any taffet apartment in the city, but no, we'll be back to robbing mansions again in no time. Go in from a surface entrance and no, you shut up! Robbing tombs, that's all well and good. You'll get some new equipment in this mission, fire arrows. They light you up while you're holding them and they make a lot of noise. Also, rope arrows, very useful. Shoot them into a wooden surface and have a more reliable climbing tool than the ladders. Oh! You don't get the more useful vine arrows until Thief 2. You don't really have to be stealthy in this one. It's kind of like survival horror here, except... no. They do survival horror stuff better in the Haunted Cathedral later. These guys are slow and stupid, and I don't even waste holy water trying to kill them. Again, lame. Dumber than Benny. I did try to lead them into some of the traps, but they're not quite stupid enough for those. Okay, who made the ass-shaking animation on the zombies? Fuck! When I play a Thief level, the main objective gets put off to the side for a while because I have to find all this other stuff.
Stay away from my face, thief, or you'll be sorry.
Nah. Oh, who's this flame boy? Walking on this loud tile floor in the middle of an ancient tomb. Hey asshole, you been cleaning up this place? I hope all those dead rich people are paying you well. So this is actually an area I'm less familiar with because it's gold edition only. But Fireboy obviously won't react well to water arrows, which I haven't been using because the zombie conga lines amuse me. I'm not sure that holy water makes any difference with this guy, but I'm not using it for anything else, so whatever. Whoa, slow down. He drops fire arrows, which you'll need to light all these torches in the least stealthy way possible. The official name for this thing is the Fire Shadow, and all he's guarding is more zombies. Oh, yeah, and the Mystic Soul gemstone, which is of course also protected by traps. Is that it? You got anything else in you? These traps are usually easy to avoid, unless you're trying to get the other stone in this level. It requires taking a very specific path through this room and then basically jump scares you with fireballs and death if you fuck it up. Why would you design a trap that has a way to avoid it? I don't know, but we do have some actual sneaking to do to get by this undead Hammerite. Again, tile floors suck, but there is a way to completely avoid making any noise. If you're crouching, creeping, and stopping and going, you won't make any footsteps at all. Okay, I lied before, this part is creepy. Time for the main event, the Horn of Quintus. Through these caves filled with the majestic Burrick, a giant lizard-like creature that spits poison gas. They're slow, their gas is slow, and right now they're not doing anything because the horn has them in a trance. When that changes, I just run. Unless you're cornered, they're not really a problem. Once you take the horn, they wake up, but nah, it's fine. Just move past them. And on the top floor of the tombs, there's an easy exit. This mission is kind of stupid, but at least it's easy.
I had some money to spare after disposing of the horn, so it seemed time to invest in some new tools. Farkus is one of the few merchants willing to risk selling to an independent like me, and his prices are steep.
Farkus? Oh, shit!
But the other choice is to let one of the so-called city wardens give me orders, and take a cut of my profits. They've been after me for years to join one of their stables, but I'm not interested. Maybe they'll get the idea and give up. More likely, they'll just ramp up the threats.
Yeah, finally, some lockpicks. We're gonna go rob a Hammerite temple. Yep, that's what we're doing, and that's what I'm buying all these water arrows for. Farkus here sells to disreputable indie thieves like Garrett. Seems like a nice guy. Oh.
Message for you, son.
Oh shit, I forgot.
No python.
That shot was meant for me.
Yes, I'm sure it was Garrett in the window. He's dead. Let's head back now.
These creeps are gonna lead me right back to whoever sent them to kill me, but only if I can tail them without them noticing me.
Yeah, these dudes are real experts. They stop sometimes and look into completely pitch black areas where they can't see me.
I feel like we're being followed.
So I follow him around this city, and I can't even begin to praise how this game from 1998 made these huge, open, sprawling, non-linear levels. It's just so goddamn good. At least until the next mission.
So, these are Ramirez's boys. I think it's time I dealt with Mr. Ramirez once and for all.
Oh shit, Garrett's off the chain. He's gonna ice this motherfucker. Okay, no, I guess not. Break in, steal his purse, and 2,000 in other stuff. And his prized silver fire poker. Really, a fire poker. You wouldn't even believe what I have to go through to find that stupid thing either. Slash his tapestries, go into a secret passage, it's there. I feel like there has to be something more precious to steal like any of the other things I've been taking.
Someone...
It's fine, whatever, this guy did it.
Who's there?
Oh, what asshole left this door open? We're in a castle, it's naturally drafty. The lockpicks do get a workout in this mission, because of how Thief's inventory system is kind of primitive. Like, basically as primitive as the one from Heretic 4 years earlier. You gotta cycle through. Thankfully, we have mouse wheels now. It's kinda cool, nobody hears all this. Ramirez keeps Burricks as pets because he's a weirdo. I don't think it would be right to kill his pets, though. That's just not cool. Ramirez himself is hiding away in the basement counting his money. I can steal his purse easy, no problem, but I gotta know what's in these two blue chests. I already have all the loot I need, but you know, I'm here, I might as well.
Should have known. Nothing could get in here.
Oh shit, he ordered room service! Now we've got more money and a list of contacts, one of which is the elusive Victoria, who I doubt will be important to the plot. Now we just need to get out. I came in through the front door, and aside from all this goddamn noisy gravel, I think I can get through again.
Maybe I should head back to my own neighborhood. Those fellas don't seem too friendly.
Well, the whole city seems to be on alert, so I have to go back the way I came, back to the shop. I mean, no, I don't need to go back to the shop, but I forgot to loot it earlier because I was tailing those two idiots. Jesus, guys, come on, how many of you are there?
Turn around very slowly and put your hands on your head.
Dumber than Benny. Obviously, I make it home, sit down, have a nice glass of meat, and wait for the next mission. Which is the worst in any thief game. It appears in the Gold Edition. Yeah, so the Gold Edition added extra missions and sprinkled them throughout the campaign instead of, like, putting them separately or something. That would be crazy. Who does that? So you get this Thieves Guild mission. See, they want Garrett to join because he'd probably improve their reputation, a thing thieves are worried about. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. You go into the mission thinking, okay, robbing a casino, and then bam, it's sewers. It's an hour of walking through sewers trying to find out where the fuck you're supposed to go because you have different objectives all over the map. A map which is about as useful as tits on a submarine. Fuck me, this mission sucks. It looks like cut beta content. You've got banners on walls that are solid blocks. They thought, hey, you know what the fans would want to see in an expansion? A giant sewer level. And this one's bad. We're talking a Note City bad. If I didn't already do that gag in the Dark Forces video, that count would go up way faster. There's these two guys feuding, and I have to steal a priceless vase that they already stole, and a bracelet, and 2,000 loot. The 2,000 loot thing is fine, right? Wrong. Because unlike the other levels so far, all the loot is piddly shit little drops that are all over the map, and it takes forever to find enough. Not to mention that it seems like everything else you need to steal is inside of a secret wall that you only know is there because either you've played this mission before, or you stopped to look at every stupid panel on the map. It's been a few years since I played this mission, and there was just no excuse for making it like this. Let me see if I can try to explain everything you have to do here. You gotta get into this restaurant through the back door, then get downstairs into the casino, spin a roulette wheel that opens a secret passage into the underground, navigate about 50 miles of sewers, go into isolated areas only accessible by swimming through human waste so you can hit switches to open doors to more sewers, so you can access Donald's house where the vase is located away in a safe, but that's not all. No, you have to get the key to that safe, which was stolen by Ruben, which is in his house, which is locked with a key that Ruben's right-hand man, Tom, has.
You are my number one guy.
So you have to find a key to open Ruben's house to get the safe key to get the vase, and that's not even going into getting the key to Ruben's house. Yeah, you remember those lockpicks you got in the last mission? They're fucking worthless here, and I found myself using them to open a bunch of locked rooms that have nothing in them. All that would be fine. I've played Sam & Max Hit the Road. I understand convoluted nonsense, but the fact that the actual map itself is full of passageways that all snake into each other and areas seem to blur together. Some areas look exactly the goddamn same, but are on different sides of the map. I've played this mission a few times. I still can't make head or tail of it. Ruben keeps a giant spider as a pet, and I can't abide that bullshit either. You see what you made me do, Thieves Guild? Okay, back to Dolan's, or Donald's, or whatever. I have to... Was this fucking place built on an Indian burial ground? The other missions in the game so far, I spent maybe 45 minutes on each of them. This one took me almost 2 fucking hours. You want some tips for this mission? Okay, as soon as you start it, press Control, Alt, Shift, and End. That's the best advice I can give you. So, aside from how this mission is terrible, did I learn anything? Well, in the last episode I said I didn't know if tossing guards in the water would drown them in Thief 1. I can now confirm that it does.
Thought I saw something.
It was nothing, I guess.
I actually did a fun experiment where I tossed this guy, saved my game, and then when mission failed, I loaded again, raced against the clock, and saved him. Probably the best time I had in this mission. Sometimes you gotta make your own fun. What? Wait, no, I was just here. This can't be the same. No. No. I have the vase, but I forgot the bracelet, which, check it out. Check out where it is. Okay, all objectives complete. Let me find my way back to the surface. There, we're done. Fuck it, next time we're moving on to a mission that's way less confusing, Constantine's Manor. If you've played it, you know why that thing I just said is a joke.